Your father comes off as absolutely brilliant in how he handled you, which is something obviously a lot of parents try to do.
A lot of tough
They
love.
blow it. What was it that finally got you over that hurdle? Because he dragged you to Lake Placid to train. First 3 months, you're telling him how awful it is, but then suddenly something starts to click. What made you stay there?
I don't know. It's hard to describe because, my dad wasn't there. I had really no true parents, and it was I started to kind of actually enjoy what I was doing. I mean, the sport was actually something that I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. I think I can be kind of good at this. And then I think my natural instincts started to come out of trying to be a competitor and being a competitive athlete. And then I started to gain success as well. And that's what kind of fueled me to strive and push for more.
You had this extraordinary success. I think you won. You were going to go to the Olympic trials in 1998. You were going to make the team, all this stuff. But something happened. You went back to Seattle, started hanging out with your old friends.
At the age of 14, I was #1 in the U.S., not just in my age group, but all age groups. So I was racing against guys who were 32, 35 years old, who had been skating for 25 plus years. Finished the world championships, went back home, started doing the same things I was doing, except probably more severe and much more self-destructive and going down the wrong path that I was before. I didn't know I was supposed to train. I didn't know I should have been focused. I didn't know what it meant to become an Olympic athlete. I couldn't appreciate the Olympic pursuit. So by the time I arrived back in the training camp, I was like 25 pounds overweight. I was a totally different person. I didn't want to be there. My thoughts were all negative. I was in a downward spiral. And I didn't put forth 100% of myself, maybe 30%. And I ended up going to those 1998 Olympic trials, and I essentially placed last. I went from first to last in the course of a year. And my dad was devastated, not because I didn't make the team, but because he saw an opportunity that perhaps was going to be lost in my fingertips. And he saw, you know what, Apollo, like, you're not doing everything you can do to be the best at this sport. It'd be different if you had trained hard this year and you'd given everything you've got, everything you have, and you'd still hadn't made the team. At least you can walk away and say, you know what, maybe it wasn't my time. It wasn't my day to win today. But you can't say that. There's all these ifs, ands, and buts in your life. Oh, if I would have trained harder. But if I would have done this. Oh, if I would have got more sleep or rested more, trained a different way, eaten better. He didn't want those questions. And that's when he basically brought the tough love upon me and drove me to a very remote location in near the Pacific Ocean, a place called Copalis Beach, Iron Springs Resort, and gave me an ultimatum and said, look, Apollo, you can choose whatever you want to do. Whatever path you take, make sure it's the one that you want to dedicate yourself towards. Didn't care which one it was. And I had to make the decision on my own at 15, alone. I had a cabin to stay in, but I mean, there's no TV, there's no real telephone, there's a payphone down the street, there's no internet, there's no computer, nothing. It's just you and nature. So a lot of self-dialogue was created during these moments for me to basically come across and say, what am I doing? Why am I here? And how can I make a decision? I didn't even know why I was there for the first couple of days. Then it started to come to me. And it's the thing is, these talks, these self-talks started to occur.